Hope that you're getting up feeling optimistic and feeling confident and feeling courageous uh, this morning. I am getting myself together because we are going in for some um, tidying up and getting my classroom ready for my kids for the new year. And I just wanted to come on here to talk about a couple of things. Well, I say a few things because I don't have that much time because I got to get up and get myself together. Um, I was on social media and you guys, do have another channel. It's for LDR right now, and I used to be able to go live on it, but they're telling me that I had to do a couple of shorts or whatever to, I guess, unlock the live stream. I don't know. But I wanted to kind of keep that part of my life on a separate channel. However, they won't let me live, so I don't get it. But anyway, so hopefully some of my LDR people will catch this live, and maybe I'll share it on my TikTok because that's where most of my LDR followers are, guys. And I know it's everywhere. People talk about long distance relationships and talk about being married to a Nigerian and how does that look and all of this stuff. Um, the first thing I'm going to say is that all Nigerians are not scammers. Even their own people talk about Nigerian scammers, and they talk about this, and they say if your man is doing this, he's this. If he say that, he's doing this, and all of this stuff. At the end of the day, each individual, both of them are making choices. So, with that said, I'm just saying, every marriage is unique to its own, and every marriage, whether you're long distance relationship, whether you're in the same country or whatever, you have to have trust and honesty. And you will know after a while if this person is not moving faithfully or not moving in honesty or not moving with integrity. God won't let you just continue on blindly. There will always be signs and intuitions and stuff like that. The thing is, when you find someone, a good person, a good man, a good woman, you have to decide how hard you want to work to make that marriage great. And the reason why I'm bringing this is because me and my husband, we've been away from each other for a year right now, and then all of these other things. I was supposed to be there in November to see him and to celebrate our anniversary. However, things just did not uh, pan out as far as the safety there, and now we have these different um, bans from our government towards the citizens of Nigeria. And so, what does that look like for me and my husband? There is some strain, you know what I'm saying? Because we both miss each other. But we have decided that we riding. You know what I'm saying? Once you sign up for this, and this is why I always say communication is important when you trying to enter into any type of relationship. When you sign up for something and you as a grown adult make a choice, you have a responsibility to deal with that choice that you have made. And so me and my husband, we are dealing with the choices that we made. We love each other, we are into each other, and we riding. Is it extremely difficult right now? It is extremely difficult right now. The devil is working so hard. When I tell you the devil's working overtime, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that don't want to see me with my husband. They don't want to see us together. They don't want to see us in the same room. So they purposely, you know what I'm saying, say little things or do little things. But guess what? Me and my husband, we riding. We're riding. You understand what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we have discussed and we have talked about, and that's why yesterday I was so full of inspiration, and I'm still full of inspiration. You know what I'm saying? What moving forward looks like for us? Because at all costs, we're gonna be together. At all costs. You understand what I'm saying? At all costs. When you decide that you want somebody to walk through life with you, that don't mean that everything is gonna be roses and everything is gonna be birds singing and chirping, and you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta go over some trials and some tribulations and some difficulties. But it proves to you and to the other person how much you love them. And one thing my husband said to me, he said, "Babe, I don't care how hard it gets. It doesn't change how much I love you." And he reassures me of this over, and I do the same for him. I reassure him. We are in this thing for the long haul. But we have a plan. We have a plan, a collective plan, and what we will go be doing this year to make some drastic changes. Because at the end of the day, you only get one life. And I'm focused. And the Lord has showed me how to get to B. I'm at A. God has showed me how to get to B. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. Because at the end of the day, life is short. Life is short. And you got to do what you need to do to make yourself happy. You understand what I'm saying? But as adults, we have to live with the choices that we make in life and hold ourselves accountable. And I'm not speaking necessarily towards my marriage, I'm speaking in general. When you make these choices in life, you have to be accountable for your actions. You understand what I'm saying? And then you need to be making the right choice. That's why you need to be before God. You know, a lot of people, when they saw me and my husband together, when we came out and, "Hey, Chubbs," I said, "Nothing but love your way, beautiful, because you deserve it. You finishing up your work? Okay, I'm getting ready to get myself up and go to work." Um, when I decided to be with my husband, a lot of people did not understand it. A lot of people fought against it. A lot of people talked about me behind my back. My friends, they talked about my husband without even meeting him. And my husband has been nothing, and I'm going to say this for the people in the back, he has been nothing but consistent. Meanwhile, we're still figuring out this fresh new marriage that we're in and figuring out each other. Thousands and thousands of miles away from each other. We got to still do that first year work. You know what I'm saying? And we're doing it. We doing our best. We're not perfect individuals. We're doing our best and we're getting the job done. And we have this thing where we say nobody leaves. Nobody goes nowhere. Nobody leaves. Because it's so hard to find somebody that's legitimate and real. I don't care what you say, whether you here in the States, abroad, whatever. It's so many shady people just in your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I was trying to, when I first came out with my relationship, I just was saying to myself, why are you so pressed about what I'm doing? Because it's 10 niggas right in the hood that ain't been faithful to none of their women's. I know a dude right now, been with his girl for over 10 years. He got a whole other family on my side of town. And she don't even know about it. And it's just like, it's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy to me how people are invested. And so I didn't really want to bring this conversation to this channel because, of course, I told you I got an LDR channel. But it ain't let me live screen because I ain't really been active on it. So I got to figure something out with that. But I just thought I would come on this channel. Hopefully my LDRs will follow me over here. But it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? The situation that I'm in is unique. You know, is extremely unique. They finally, things is finally trying to calm down. How you doing, Gertrude? I said nothing but love your way. It is extremely cold. And I don't even know what Michigan look like right now because I'm scared to look out the window because yesterday it was just snowing, 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 snowing. I didn't know how it was going to look. But I got to come out and go to work today. Um it's my situation is very extremely unique. You know what I'm saying? And it's like almost it's a rare situation. It's a tons of LDR relationships out there, but the odds of you getting a scammer is extremely high. I'm just being honest with you guys. And so when you run across something that is legit, um, a lot of emotions go through that because you are dealing with the distance and you don't know what he's doing. He don't know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's extreme when we in these type of relationships, it's extremely important to be transparent and honest. It's the text message is extremely important. The video FaceTime is extremely important. All of that's extreme because that's all we have to hold on to. That and the memories. And if that sounds sad, it do sound sad, don't it? But if you genuinely love somebody, there's a way of nurturing and reassuring a person to where they feel secure and comfortable in any relationship. And so that's my husband is doing a great job in doing that. He really is. He really is. You know what I'm saying? It's just that the distance sometimes takes its toll, right? And so we as a couple, we're making a conscious decision to move differently now so that we can rectify this problem. Because at the end of the day, this is a whole marriage. And I know in a lot of people, just talking to some of my family and friends, I gotta say it's my family because my for the most part, my family is on board. But just talking to certain individuals when talking about my marriage and stuff, and or making reference to my husband, like, oh, I talked to my husband today, blah blah. You get these looks like, oh, he ain't a legitimate husband because he's way over there, or they'll go on and start talking about their husband in a manner like, oh, he's a real husband, your husband's a fake husband. You know what I'm saying? And I get those type of conversations all of the time. I get those type of innuendos all of the time, and I just overlook them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like this person, he bleed just like you bleed. He's most definitely real. You know what I'm saying? And he is my husband. But we as Americans, we get so cocky and stuff because we had this thing where if your situation don't look like my situation, it is somehow devalued or not legitimate. Or why you don't do it like this because mines do it. I get that all the time. I could be talking about my husband and they'll smooth say, well, my husband don't do that. I'll be like, he wouldn't because he's not my husband. He's yours. You know what I'm saying? But I get those type of comments and they don't even realize they do it. But it's so offensive. It's so rude. It's so tacky. It's so biased. You know what I'm saying? But I just roll with the punches because at the end of the day, my husband has my heart and I have his. And you don't really necessarily have to do a whole bunch of explaining. You know what I'm saying? And people in this world, this big old world, people do what the heck they want to do all the time with no judgment. You know what I'm saying? They do it on purpose, Gertrude, just offensive. But the thing is, people do what they want to do with no judgment. It's only when you do something they feel like they can come and judge and tell you and talk to you any kind of way. But you better not say anything about their lifestyle and talk about the side chick with twins laid up somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You better not say nothing about their marital issues or their problems. Or you know what I'm saying? You better not say nothing. But then they'll look at my situation, be like, oh, he's a Nigerian. And they will make fun of his accent. They will make fun of his culture. They'll make fun of the fact that he's far away from me. They'll make fun. And this man ain't did nothing but been transparent and loving and kind. And he got to the point to where he just was like, I don't need to talk to any more of your family or your friends, because it just, it just got weird. And I was, and I'm me and him both looking at, just us having certain conversations, and I'm looking at my friends, and I'm looking at them like, who are you? Who are you? In the beginning of us coming out, it showed me some things about my friends that I did not know. And somebody made a comment that don't nobody accept him. It's a large amount of my family friends that do accept him, but then there's a handful of people that don't. And I looked at these people, and I said to myself, I never knew you had this side to you. I never knew that you was racist. I never knew that you was ignorant of the fact that there are other people who do not talk like us, who do not look like us, but they still have the same value as us. They're still humans just like we are. Maybe they don't raise their kids like you raise your kids. Maybe they don't eat the type of food that we eat. Maybe their living circumstances is different than ours. Maybe their culture looks different than ours. But guess what? God created them just like he created us. And then and we know, and we are no better than them. We're no better than them. But we as Westerners, we think that we are better because we got structures, we got infrastructure, we got this, we got wealth. When we are not the wealthiest country in the world. And I need y'all to understand that we're not. Do you understand? We're not the Middle East has all of the money and all of the oil. Do you understand that? That's why we over there trying to get it. But us and our asinine self, we think that we're better. My husband speaks 3 languages. Is an entrepreneur. But people don't want to hear that part. And then even when I say that, they still look at me side-eyed. They be looking at me like, whatever. I don't believe that. And it just bothers me so much. So I came out swinging like the whole 6 months into our new relationship. I most definitely came out swinging and defending him because I knew him the most. I knew him better than anybody over here, and so I knew his character. I knew the sacrifices he was making. I knew what he was going through to be in this relationship. And a lot of people was telling me, you this, you the prize, you this, you that. We the prize to each other because we both have sacrificed to be with each other, because it has not been an easy ride. But we just made, and I go back to this, we just made a conscious decision to choose each other and to block out the outside noise and to continue to love each other. Regardless, he has had some sacrifices on his side too. There's some people in his life that don't understand why he with me, or they think that he's running a game or running a scam on me. This man has went out of his way, and when I say out of his way, he has went out of his way to show me everything about his life, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I have done the same, and we still decided to choose each other. So I don't know why people just won't take a step back and respect that, and respect me, or respect my husband. And this year I went through it. There were some horrible things on this app said about my husband by people who knew him differently. And I was saying to myself, you know him, you spoke to my husband, you know him. So why would you say these horrible things? Because it does nothing but fuel the narrative that all Nigerians are scammers, all Nigerians are this and that. and to be honest, he is of a different culture, but it's a regular marriage like everybody else's marriage. So I just don't get it. But because of all of this, I have made a conscious decision to make some drastic changes in my life. Because I told my husband we just need to hyper focus on each other. That's where I'm at with it. We gonna hyper focus on each other like everybody else is doing with their mates. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. And one thing that you have to understand, and that's in any marriage, is learn how to pivot. Learn how to pivot. Learn how to counter react. Learn how to fill in the pockets. You understand what I'm saying? When you in a marriage, it's a give and take. Sometimes you're gonna give 50, sometimes you're gonna give 100, sometimes you're gonna give 60, sometimes you're gonna give 40%. But learn how to be what that person need in that moment, and vice versa. And that's what we've been doing for this whole year. We've been figuring it out. There's moments where I'll be like, hey, we ain't got to do this. If you tired of me, let me know. There's moments where he said the same thing. Hey, you tired of me, you let me know. Because you just had those moments of frustration, but then you take a step back and you say, no, he's worth fighting for. I'm worth fighting for. We want to see where this goes. We love each other. We working hard to be under the same roof. And it's like everything in the world is trying to tell us, trying to, you making it difficult. The enemy is making it difficult. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. But all I ask is that you respect my marriage, respect my happiness, respect who I have chosen. And I'm going to respect who you done chose and who you with. See, the thing about it is, my husband told me this a long time ago. He said people will tell you all of this stuff. He said they will have hard turmoil, so much turmoil in their households. And I think I'm gonna download some stuff. Just when I'm gonna do a show and download some stuff. But he said, you will have so much turmoil in your house with your marriage is broken. You ain't happy with your spouse. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just broken. But then you will come out your house and y'all both be smiling and putting on this front, and then turn around and judge my marriage and talk about my marriage. Everybody going through something. It's just like respect it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you the utmost respect. Just give me the utmost respect. Cause we real human beings over here. My husband is in a third world country where it is civil unrest there. He ain't worrying about this and worrying about that. He's trying to make sure he's safe. We try to make sure our son is safe and his father is safe and his mother is safe. We got so many other things to worry about. You know what I'm saying? It's dangerous over there right now. There was a husband and wife over there. My husband told me about. They were in their bed, and the Islamic extremists came in there and killed them dead. Walked in their house and killed them dead just because of what tribe they belonged to. Whole villages is coming together to defend themselves of these people who are just coming in and interrupting their lives, and they hitting them one by one. And so y'all have to excuse me if at times I get emotional, but my husband's life is literally in danger. And then I got to come up here or sit down and have a conversation with a friend, and all I get is sarcasm. And I ain't thinking about that. I'm not. My mind is not there. You understand what I'm saying? So when I say this to say life is short. At the end of the day, if you're gonna be my friend, be a true friend. If you're gonna be family, be family. If you or be kind. You know what I'm saying? Don't be judgmental, because nobody judging you. Your husband is dipping out and talking about you behind your back. He sleep. He cheating on you. He got like 4 or 5 kids on you. He beating your brains in, but ain't nobody talking about that. Nobody say I'm praying for you. you know? And that's the energy that I got. Is that we go through so much stuff in life in general that me and mine should not be the subject of your conversation. Just pray for us. We actually, me and my husband, we're in a good space. We in a good space. This situation is causing us to come closer and to reassure each other and to be consistent with each other and be present with each other. The only thing that is missing is us be is sharing the same space. But that for sure. And I'm saying this with everything in me. By any means necessary, there's going to be a drastic change because we have to put some things in perspective. I'm not just talking about no boyfriend. This is my husband, and a lot of people don't see what's wrong with me being away from him this long time. That's because you speaking out of the comfort of you breaking them next to yours. But I guarantee you, you could not possibly live the life that I have lived this last year. I guarantee you, you would be all type of emotional crazy if you had to be away from your husband for a year. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm doing the best that I can to manage and maintain. I ain't perfect. I ain't perfect, but I'm doing the best I can to manage and maintain. All I ask for is a little grace, a little understanding, just like I give you guys. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying you guys are subscribers, I'm just saying in general, and this can be for anybody in anything. You know what I'm saying? We need to learn how to give each other grace. You don't know what people are dealing with and what they're going home to. We so judgmental of each other. You know what I'm saying? We so quick to say, "Well, I wouldn't do that. My husband wouldn't do that," or you don't know what. Just stop being like that because you don't know what life has for you or is waiting on you the next day. You don't know what God may put in your path the next day. You don't know what challenges you will have to deal with the next day, and pray to God that you make the best decision. We have to be so stop being so judgmental. You so quick to tear somebody down. You think you see weakness or you think you see something, and you're not seeing that. You think you are. You want it to be that way, but that's just not the case. But you still run your mouth. You still run your mouth. And the thing about that is you people gonna learn to quit running your mouth about the people of God. Stop running your mouth and you don't know 100% that is true. Because you reap what you sow. Show some grace, show some understanding, show some sympathy. You know what I'm saying? This whole year, I had to conduct a normal life. I had to conduct my normal routine. I had to work. You know what I'm saying? I had to take care of business. This whole time, dealing with the anguish and not being in the presence of my husband. You think somebody came and said, "Clay, you okay? I'm just checking on you. I know you ain't. You could." No, it's like people was happy that this was happening. People are happy right now that I didn't get a chance to go see my husband. I'm telling you what I know. They're ecstatic. But I wouldn't wish this on nobody. I wouldn't wish this on no woman. We have become cold and mean-hearted as entitled Americans. We most definitely have. And just the camaraderie amongst women, it's not even there no more. It's like we want the worst for each other or something. You know what I'm saying? And it's eye opening. That's why this year coming up, I'm moving the way that I'm moving because it's obvious that you ain't for me. You ain't for my. I just had to tell somebody that the other day. You ain't for my marriage. I can't deal with you. I cannot deal with you. I'm not gonna deal with you. I'm not gonna deal with you because I never judge nobody marriage. You know what I'm saying? I never judge bad decisions by others because that ain't my place. That ain't my business. But since you have articulated to me, I ain't gonna be able to deal with you at all. Cause what makes your life so perfect that you think mine is beneath yours? Nothing. Cause God don't have no respect to person. So just be kind and be understanding. You don't know what people are going through. Be kind and understanding to one another. Show some grace to one another. If you don't got nothing nice to say or whatever your opinion is, you grown, you can have your own opinion. But if you know that opinion is going to hurt somebody or offend somebody, keep that raggedy trash to yourself. Keep it to yourself because nobody wants to hear it. And stop disseminating and spreading garbage about your so-called sister, your so-called brother. You know what I'm saying? Your family. Quit disseminating garbage about the people that are close to you, that have supported you, that have loved you. Keep that to yourself in 2026. And then level up and be a mature adult. So let's just take some grace with each other. Let's just be kind. Let's just be understanding, and let's just focus on the issues that we are dealing with. Ask God to help us and that to navigate through whatever we're going through. And if we do that, we'll be so consumed with that we won't have to even worry about what other people are going through or having the energy to say anything negative about anything that you do not 100% understand. You think you may know, but you don't know 100%. And so I my thing is I'm asking God to help me not to speak on things that I ain't 100% informed on, you know and yeah, I mean that's just what it is. That's just, we got too many things in our life that we need to deal with anyway, and that's why our life is so raggedy, because we dealing with everybody else's issues instead of dealing with your own issues, and your issues been literally running racket in your life, been tearing your everything up. You understand what I'm saying? But you won't deal with them, but you have no problem dealing with other people's issues or speaking on other people's issues. Meanwhile, you can't even communicate well in your household. So let's just get that together. Let's just work on that. And we will be better individuals as a whole, right? Focus, just all focus on our own thing and ourselves and becoming better people. You know what I'm saying? And God gonna bless. He gonna bless. All right, guys, I'm getting up out of here because I got to go to work. I'm kind of actually super excited to go to work to rearrange my classroom and see. I got to figure out how I want to do it. So I want the kids to, be surprised when they come. So yeah, I'm getting ready to do that. Be safe. Be careful. Those that are in the Midwest, it's been windy these last couple of days. I think we got like a nor'eastern wind that came through, then the snow. So please be, and we had like a 20-car pile up here in Michigan on one of our highways. So please, y'all, take precaution. If you guys are somewhere where it's snowing and all that, just take precaution and drive safe. I know I'm gonna be creeping because I hate driving in the snow. I honestly do. I do not like driving in the snow. My tires, I gotta get new tires. So I'm gonna be creeping. It's a whole lot of stuff. I'm turning 50 in February. So I gotta renew my license and my registration. So all type of stuff is needed. You know what I'm saying? So just around this time I'll be dreading it because I'm like, oh Lord, we got to get that insurance, we got to get that tax, it's just like money, 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 money. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, be careful. Yes, I will. I'm gonna be careful because we just had an ice storm on top of that, and then it rained, then it snowed. Then we had it snowed some more. Then I'm quite sure it done froze back up. So all right, guys. So, what's today? Tuesday. Yeah, tonight I think I want to come back out, and I will be talking about more of Nigerian romance scammers, and we're gonna be talking about that tonight. I hit on it over the weekend. We're gonna talk again about it tonight, specifically about the organization Yahoo Boys and how they move. And it may be an evening live since I gotta work. So stay tuned to that, and I'm gonna give y'all the insights of how they operate and how they move. and why all of these older women are getting scammed. And they are scamming women, but they primarily, to be honest, they primarily focus on the 60s and the 70s and the 80-year olds. They hit the 40s too. You know what I'm saying? They do. They hit all ages, but primarily they're really dominant on the 60s and the 70-year-old women because they feel like they can manipulate them easier, and they know that they are past retirement age, so they know that there's some type of money there. It's not, it's so y'all get that, how strategic that they are. So we're gonna talk about that, and I'm gonna give y'all some personal accounts of, I say personal, but some things that my husband shared with me, how they operate over there. Because he had a couple of friends that were scammers, and when he got with me, they literally uh just turned away from him. They got so angry with him, you know what I'm saying? Because they didn't want to see him with they didn't want the relationship to be legit and real. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want it, so they stopped talking. They stopped talking. They stopped being his friend. But he shared some insight with me about it, so I'm going to share some insight with you guys tonight about it. All right, guys. So listen, do something nice to somebody. If it's nothing but say a silent prayer for them. If it's nothing but shutting your mouth and being kind to somebody. If it's nothing but opening up the door for somebody who may need it, or putting something in somebody's hand who you know been having a rough time, guess what? It's gonna all come back to you because you reap what you sow. This is your Queen Clayleen saying, "Be great." Bye bye.